everybody, and welcome to another review. That was over dramatic. I'm so sorry about that. Let's bring that back in. I'm reviewing Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. I think that's how you say his last name. Here's how it's spelled for you. There you go. One thing I like to point out in this book is I was so happy with how it still had the Jane Austen feel to it, but it had zombies. It bumped it up really well. And I'm sorry for the shaking. You're on my bed. I tried to stabilize you as much as I could, but it seems if I get overexcited, you get overexcited with me. Yay! So have fun. Okay, as you know, this book is becoming a movie. On February 5th of 2016, it shall come out in theaters, and we will be able to know it on the cinematic screen. I decided to read this book just because it was becoming out in theaters, and the reason is that I've actually had bad experiences of trying to read a book after I've seen it in the theaters. The only reason that I would read it was because there's a sequel, and I don't know if the sequel is going to come out in theaters. Such as an example is the Vampire Academy books. The Vampire Academy first book got made into a movie, and then there was a chance of a sequel, and it never got made, and then I usually keep up with the movies coming out as well as the books, and it seems like it would never become another movie out, and I was just like, I gotta know what happens. And I decided to go ahead and read the first book of the Vampire Academy series just so I could refresh my mind and stuff like that. I've been watching the movie, and I was like, oh, I wonder what they did different in the book that they did in the movie, which I was very happy that they kept mostly with the book on that one, with some slight differences here and there. But it took me such a long time to get through the first book because it wasn't capturing me as much as I would have liked it, and which is bad because the rest of the book I finished like every time I picked one up. Done. Next one. Done. It took me like a week to finish the entire series, and I was like, when it took me a week to finish the first book, and it took me another week to finish the rest of the series because they were all really good. And if you've seen those books, this is the first book. This is like the same size as the first book, and then each one got a little bigger and bigger, and the last book was even bigger and stuff like that. And I was just like, the last book took me the least amount of time to read too. No joke. Anyways, so I decided to read this so I could go ahead and see what would be different between the book and the movie. And I'm already seeing differences between the trailer and the book, so I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be too much, if I'm not going to like the movie, or... Oh, sorry. That was weird. It's a little late. I need to go to bed and get up early. But I wanted to do this because I just finished it. Yay! On January 31st, I finished it. So I'm very happy. It's made it to my January reads, so yes. Anyways, so if you've been following the movies, or if you want to read the book, it follows a girl named Elizabeth Bennet, and she has 4 other sisters, 1 older, 3 younger, and her travels through following decorum and the zombie apocalypse. She and her sisters have been trained in the art of the deadly skills, and if you don't know what that means, it means that they are trained to kill, and they are not afraid to use any weapon of mass destruction if they can. That's provided to them in the 18th century? believe that's it. Yeah, because Jane Austen was born in the 18th century and she died in the 19th century, which is 1817, I believe, is her death date, which is really sad because Pride and Prejudice came out 4 years before her death. Very sad. This came out like in January 31st of 1813, and she died like 4 years later. I had to do my research, I'm sorry. I just wanted to find out what day that this was published, and I stumbled upon Jane Austen, and then I was like, and then I found the published date, and I was like, Jane Austen, you died too young. You died too young. I think she was only like 30, by the way. Pretty sure she was like only 30. I think she was born in like 1787 and she died in 1817. I could be wrong though. But yeah. Anyways, I was very happy with how Seth kept with the Jane Austen feel to it and everything. Like the wording, it has that 18th century feel to it, which is actually why it took me so long to get to the first 100 pages, because my mindset was not in historical writing. It was, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's late and I just zoned and I just like, for a while. It's that 18th century writing, and I haven't been reading any books that have historical significance to it, so all the writing and the wordings and the mindsets are those of present day or a little bit futuristic present day time. So I had to first overcome that leap, but it was really good. It kept me captivated. There were some slow moments in there, but that just led me to every part of it had a little bit of detail that needed to be kept and everything. And it had a great character development for Elizabeth, because she's at the beginning of the book and she's like, no, I will never give up my sword. I will never do that. There's no way a man can make me give up my sword. And in this, you see how her mindset is and how much love she has for her family and how much love how much she would give for her family. And I just loved it. I'm going to be giving it 4 stars. Like I said, there were some slow moments, but it was a really good book. I really did like it. I am so happy that I read it, and I was so happy because I actually haven't read Pride and Prejudice. I've watched the movie, the original movie, but I've never read Pride and Prejudice, though I'm sorry to say. I really need to edit out my yawns. If only I could figure out how to do that. I'm a book person. I'm sorry. Anyways, so if you do like that contemporary feel, if you like the historical writing and a little bit of romance and a lot of action and gore, you will love this book, believe me. It was very good, and I'm very happy to go see the movie. I have plans to do it next weekend, but there might be a little bit of a because I plan to see at least one of 2 movies. Either I go see this movie or I go see this movie, because I just finished the book too. I did finish it before the movie came out, so because I was like adamant to do it. But I have still not yet seen it because I was really busy. I was on call for my work and I actually did get called in, and I was very sad. And so I'll figure out what I'm going to do, because I want to go see this one. It does seem good. My mom wants to probably go see it too, so we'll see. I hope you all enjoyed this movie. I made an entire movie in 9 minutes. Yes. I'm kidding. If you did like this, please like the video and comment down below on what you think I could do better, or what books do you think I should do. My next book that I'm going to be reading is actually the sequel to The Fifth Wave, which is The Infinite Sea. The Infinite Sea. I was reading it while I was watching and it got a glare. The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This will probably be a good read too. Has the same feel as the Fifth Wave book. So, we'll see. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you.